Released in 1981 was Nightmare, otherwise known as Nightmares in a Damaged Brain. One of those movies that was instantly censored by the BBFC. Big Brother telling you can't see this thing, which instantly makes everybody want to see it and check it out. I have seen Nightmare a couple of times. It's one of those movies that always feels just a little bit more ickier than some of the other banned movies. There is something rather nasty about this one. We follow the story of George, a man who is in an asylum, who is talking with these psychiatrists who are doing some kind of experimental work on him, trying to figure out what caused the trauma in his life, what drove a wedge between his family and him that he had to get locked up here. And we kind of jump between George and his family. At the start of this one, his wife or ex-wife and their kids, and how she kind of copes with the single life. She's met a kind of man that's really nice to her, that really kind of appreciates her and wants to become part of the family. But of course there needs to be a hiccup along the way, and that is George getting away from people who are keeping him captive, running all the way down to where she stays and stalking her. But of course, killing everybody on the way there as well.
Oh my God.
And there is a certain nature about some of the murders in this one. The effects are fantastic. They're really gory, as well filmed and set up, and you can tell why it was probably banned at the time. But there are certain murders that are very fetishistic, I would say. They really focus on it, they languish on it. There is one where a woman is stabbed and it's in slow motion, and after he's stabbed her, he starts to consume parts of her, devouring the woman, and it's just so overtly sexual and in your face, and you can see that kind of aspect really ticking off the BBFC at the time. It feels like a little step above a lot of the other banned movies at the time. Now, there is a little bit of logic in this one that doesn't make sense, or a little bit of lack of logic, really, but I forgive this one because of its kind of effect it has of kind of mental illness and how it feels a little bit all over the place and how it kind of jumps strangely from tone as well. Like I said, we've got this family unit which can be warm and welcoming. We've got this son of the single mother now who is so abrasive. CJ is one of those little kids that is really pushing every button he can. You've got a feeling that he's going to grow up to be just like his father. So you have that kind of going on. And then you've got George stalking and murdering his way to his family.
CJ! Oh! Oh my God, CJ, what's the matter? What happened?
It's got a lot of things going on, and it moves at a really brisk pace as well. 99 minutes, and has some wonderful set pieces. Like I said, there's a little bit of lack of logic along the way. There's some moments of things at the time, like when a young boy is murdered and a police officer kind of almost grabs a kid, questioning him, shaking him, pretty much trying to get the information, really berating this kid. And it just feels so wrong, kind of funny at the same time that people thought this was acceptable. But Nightmare was an incredible watch, and the 4K looked tremendous in this one. Although you can see some of the seams on the effects. Some of them are pretty great still. Some of them you can see a little bit too much in moments, but it kind of adds to the fun of this one. And there is, which I appreciate as well, a little bit of a mystery in this one. Something that's kind of driving George, our main character. All the way through it, you have these psychiatrists trying to figure out what's pushing him in this direction. And there's a little bit of a mystery going on, and you kind of discover at the end what happened and how that kind of parallels the story of one of the characters in the film as well. Try to see it without giving too much away, because it's worth checking out yourself. Nightmare, a lot of fun, fantastic effects. If you're a slasher fan, a giallo kind of fan, you're going to find a lot here to really keep you entertained Romano Scavolini was a director that I really did kind of like. You know, A White Dress for Marielle, Dog Tags, this. He made some good movies. A little bit better than some of the other Italian directors at the time. They feel as if there's a little bit of substance in his films. As I said, this disc has got some great extras, so let's dive in and have a look. We are in the disc for Nightmare. Let's go into the bonus features. We have Damaged, the very British obscenity of David Hamilton Grant, which runs at 1 hour, 11 minutes and 44 seconds and focuses on the subject of David Hamilton Grant and his effect on British cinema, I suppose, and how he kind of flaunted the laws of censorship, always ending up on the wrong side of them. It's fascinating. I didn't know a lot of the information in this. I found it as very worthwhile, fascinating, something I will definitely go back to. Then we have an audio commentary with star Baird Stafford and special effects assistant Cleve Hall. Then we have a second commentary, Sir William Paul. Kill Thy Father and Thy Mother is an interview with director Romano Scavolini, and this runs at 1 hour, 11 minutes and 44 seconds. It's a huge interview and it's fantastic, and it gets into all facets about this film, pretty much leaving no stone unturned. Another terrific extra. Next up, we have Dreaming Up a Nightmare, cast and crew interviews. This is 39 minutes and 9 seconds. A little thing at the start just saying that some of the quality isn't great because it jumps between the archival interviews and modern day ones. I didn't care because the information again being delivered here was terrific and some great anecdotes and tidbits in amongst it as well. Nightmare of Nightmare, interviews with special effects director Tom Savini. This is 7 minutes 34 seconds as he struggles to remember even being on set. You know, just talking about the time, how he was kind of working in all these different kind of movies. He knows he was there because there is images of him on set, but he's just struggling to remember any of it. There are a couple of deleted scenes which are just standard definition, nothing special here. 1 minute 18 seconds, stills gallery and trailer gallery as well. Other than that, that's the extras on Nightmare, and it is a phenomenally packed disc. Out now from Severin, Nightmares in the Damaged Brain is available on 4K and Blu-ray. I would urge you to check it out if you love Italian films like I do. You're probably going to find something here that you enjoy. Sleazy, murder, craziness, Italian style. The usual kind of thing. I'd love to know your thoughts on this film. I know most of you have probably seen it. If you have, let me know your thoughts on it, when you first discovered it, when's the last time you revisited it, are you going to pick up this edition? As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, and manvfilm.com. Always, in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.